Okay. So you don't want to know how to play Among Us? Don't worry, I've got you. So before you get started, you might want to know, how do I get this game? Well, let me tell you something. It's a bit £3.50 on Steam. I know it hurts, but it's free on mobile. And I know what you're thinking. If you don't want to play it on mobile, you can get an emulator such as Nox. You know, download it for free, and then there you go. Nice and simple. Alright, cool. So now that you've downloaded the game, you'll be in this screen. I ain't gonna lie to you. No clue what this one does, but hey, you want to go to online, and if you want to host a lobby for your friends, you click create game. If you want to fan just a random game, you click fan, and if you want to join a match that your friends have created, you enter a private code which will be at the bottom of the screen when they end up waiting lobby. If you also want to change your name, you click on this box and you can change it to, you know, whatever you like. So now let's go into creating a game. If you want to create a game as a host, you can choose between 1, 2 and 3 imposters. There are 3 maps. This is the one with cafeteria. This is the kind of the one with that long highway with the admin control panels. And this is the one that just with security and vitals, if you've seen in other people's videos. You can choose between match players. You can still start the game even if the players are below, but you just need like a certain amount. Alright, let me show you an example of how to create a game. Now, I'm choosing sled and I'm going to confirm the game. Create the game. Now you see a code. As a host, you kind of want to change these settings. So let me you go to this laptop here, you click game. This laptop you can also change how your character looks and everything. But you want to go to game if you're the host. Emergency meetings. This is what basically, when people press the button, this is how many like times they get to press the button. Most people set at 1. And the cooldown at like 10, 15 seconds, 12, whatever you feel like. Discussion time and voted time. So basically, the difference is discussion time, no one can vote during this period. And voted time, yeah, you can vote, but you can still discuss if not everyone has voted. The reason why mine's like this, because I just enjoy to see my friends argue more time, and if there's some like kind of dry rounds, you know, we can vote off and get away with it, you know, nice and simple. Alright, player speed, you know, 1.25. You can speed it up if you want to be a bit crazy on the custom setting. Crewmate vision is 0.5. This I'll say is better because it gives the imposters, you know, more time to make just the slight cheeky plays, which make it more deceiving. Imposter vision 1.5 times, you know, you always want the predator to be, you know, get more vision. Kill cooldown, the reason it's 15 seconds is, you know, you have to test your imposter's limits. The thing is, if you're playing with 2 imposters and it's like 10 people, you might want to like ramp it up to 25. But if you're playing with 1 imposter or like 8, and you like, you know, there's ups and downs in your groups, and if certain man get imposters a GG, you set it to 15 and you can see how it works. But yeah, that's why it's like this, because there was 1 imposter on my light game. Kill distance short, this is just the range you can just snipe people. Far, yeah, you pretty much have a sniper rifle at that point. Common task. Okay, 1 common task, 3 long tasks and short tasks. So the common task, if you don't know, is always going to be the first task. So either the wise or the swipe card. So that's set to 1. Then the long tasks is just, as it says, just long up tasks that take quite a while to do, and the short ones are just quick tasks. That's the only difference. Would you say it make a difference? Well, long tasks it makes it harder for the crewmates to rush through all their tasks. So it's kind of up to you, but then again, you don't want it to be for an imposter where everyone's done their task and you're just all walking around together. So that's why I do just, you know, 3 long tasks. Alright, now let's get into some actual gameplay. Return back to this basic menu here and hop onto free to play. This is like your little practice tool in most of your games. And in case you've been living in some sort of show or haven't watched any video, you either become a crewmate or an imposter. Those are the 2 teams. A crewmate either complete all your tasks or find out who the imposter is, or as an imposter you have to kind of just cut the crewmate lives till there's an equal amount of imposters and crewmate alive. And that's pretty much about it. Okay, so on the left here, usually if you don't see it, just open it up, you click on it, your task will appear here. Depending on the way the host will set it, this will always be the common task, and there will be some visual tasks such as like med base scan and other stuff I'll show you. But when you open up your map, it will also show you the yellow signs here, or like where your task is, and you'll see your character up here moving around. I'm not going to go too into the task, but you know, You can watch a tips and tricks video for that one. So when you do a task such as this one, right? I hope I do it first try. You know me. Taskbar, yeah. If you do a task, the taskbar will go up. If you don't complete it, the taskbar will win. Now that we've gone through that, that's the boring part. The spicy part, alright. Click. Hey, let's get it. Imposter. So depending on what the host sets it to, usually like 20-25 seconds. The kill cooldown, you can, get some fun. So the imposter has a whole different UI. Alright, it's not just about killing people. Well, it is, but there's different ways to kill people. And remember to click the sabotage on the bottom right and not the mini-map one. Even if, I know some of you may be confused, be like, sabotage, why is it opening up the map? But yeah, it's kind of like an interactive map. Okay, now that we're back on this wonderful sabotage page, let me show you the interaction with closed doors. When you close it, don't forget, closing these doors like this will also put the let me call it special effects on cooldown. So you don't really want to, you want to turn it off first and kind of close it on their way back, unless you want to trap someone. Not only that, but the last and final thing, you see these? You might want to know how you interact with it. Well, nice and simple. What you have to do is hover around it and you bop in, you come out. Be careful, because even right now, switch on the lights, they can still see the vent open and close. Even though they may not see if it's you, they can still see the vent open and close. So just be careful on that. There's only one map where the vents connect to everywhere on the map, but apart from that, vents don't really, they have like 3 to 2 specific locations. Like this one has 3. Just get out the scene. You can't close any doors while like a special effect is going on. So for an example, this one's lights. Can't shut any doors, unfortunately. And fixing on lights, this is one of the trickier ones. So you just have to switch on all the green lights. But if someone else is on it, you can just troll and switch them all off. But you might get voted out because of that. But if you want to troll. Also, say if you're on like the emergency or the sabotage page, or even on lights or security cameras, for an example, this kill cooldown won't go down. So just be careful upon that, because you want your kill cooldown to go down. Otherwise it might mess up some of your partners timing when you try to kill someone, because he might think your cooldown's down and in reality it's not. Just be careful of that. And that's pretty much the fancy stuff. So for example, this right here, this lightning bolt, that's electrical. You know what that means? Lights out. So when you switch that off, the vision of the crewmate becomes very, very small, which you'll see in probably some videos. O2 here says 02, and reactor. So these are like the nuke sort of sabotages in the game. So if they don't go to the other side and deactivate it, all the crewmates will die. So for O2 is pretty much one where you need one person on each side to type in a pin to deactivate it, and the other person on each side. So in theory you can do that one alone, but reactor is the only one you can't do alone, because you need 2 people on each side, and that's pretty much the only difference it is. So when there's 2 imposters and 6 people left, most people will go for reactor, mainly because you need 2 people to do it, and with 2 imposters you can just get easy 2 kills at the end of the game off that. And communications is the one which is not fairly used. So I'll show you an example. Communication is basically, it has, as you saw, the green task was there, it has that. Not only that, it doesn't show any exclamation mark, or we'll start on that bit, any yellow markers on the map here, unless the crewmate memorizes that. This one's a bit trickier to solve. So basically you just go through it and you see the little green there. Yeah, that's how you know it's fixed. So you just slowly go through all of them, and when you see the green line, that's how you pretty much fix it. And now you see all of that's back. Also, quick trick, if you do comms, cameras will go out, and you might be wondering what's cameras and all of that. Oh, let me show you. So in each specific map there are little things that you can interact with. I believe cameras is in nearly every map except for one, but when you go to the cameras here, you'll see that red dot come on every camera. That means someone's on the camera, and this is what you can see. So you can, if someone's trying to kill someone, you best not kill them in 1080p, because you're going to get caught. and they'll most likely go around to the emergency button. And the emergency button is pretty much it's just a reset. Usually people set this to 1, but emergency meeting, slam that, everyone gets a talk. Who we voting out? I mean, most people don't talk during the game phase, but depending with the group of people you play with, it's gonna get a bit messy, I ain't gonna lie, so I don't know who the hell they all voted for, but yeah, okay, you get the gist of it. Alright, time to show you guys through the other devices and stuff that you can interact as a crewmate or imposter. So on the other map, we'll go hit this one. I usually call this one, no, admin panel, but I don't know, it's more like a log or something. And this one basically tells you see the sensor we just walked past, that kind of triangular thing, so it tells you where they came from and where they exited. They can also camp in the middle of the one there to kind of like confuse you, but generally how this is used is like, say for an example, everyone spawns at this map on the left hand side, so if they came from the southeast first, you'll be like, rah, you must have killed someone there because you don't come through the southwest to then go through the southeast. And that's pretty much like a general gist of how it works. I mean, at the start I'll stay away from it unless you've done some mad revision of it, because even I don't like using that one. Then you've got the admin panel. This is the actual admin panel. It shows where pretty much everyone is out of the main kind of locations, except for like the light green area, which is pretty much the walk path. It doesn't show if like anyone's there or walking around that area. But just be careful, this also shows if someone is dead. So don't let it fool you thinking that this is only people that are alive. And if it flickers, it pretty much means someone's died, and probably self-reported as well if a report goes straight after. So just keep that in mind. This map just pretty much, it has the vitals, also admins under it, and the cameras is not like the ordinary cameras. I'll show you through it, but vitals is basically like if someone dies, it'll just show it like their heartbeat signature is dead. You'll see it when you see it, and it'll show even if someone's DC'd. You got the cameras here, which is basically you just flick around it. So it's not like the other cameras, you just kind of flick around it, but it'll still show it's beating red. And that's pretty much about it. The vents are also different, so just keep that in mind. This is pretty much the imposter vent. But apart from that, that's a quick little guide. Hope you enjoyed it. I don't want to make it too complicated. I don't want to kind of ruin the fun. This is just kind of if you want to kind of get started, but you know, you don't want to you know, suck too bad. And you know, I had to do it for my homie Trey. But after that, hope you guys enjoyed. See you in a bit. Come to the stream. You know, I'm trying to get more Among Us content. We've been getting Among Us content on there, but apart from that, alright, peace.